Hold on. Hello, you guys. My name is Bethany. I'm so excited to be hanging out with you guys, as well as several of our Arise family sisters. We're so grateful for the product that we are going to share about today, because I don't know about you, but I can many times be on the struggle bus, whether it's mood, exhaustion, motivation, whatever it is. Sometimes I just need a little bit of extra oomph, a little bit of extra help. And so today we are going to dive into nootropics, our brain activation, which is essentially a nutritional that helps our brain perform at optimal levels. Basically, it is fuel for your brain so that you call your kids by the right name. You remember what day it is. You remember where you left your car keys. You remember when you need to return your library books. We still struggle with that one, but we are getting better. I'm a mom of 5, and our family has had tremendous transition over the last few years, tremendous trauma, and brain activation has been just an incredible tool in my toolkit as a business person, as a mom, as a wife, as a widow, as all of the things. And so the first thing I want to tell you about brain activation is that it is plant powered. It is a bunch of herbs all put together in this beautiful mix that, when combined with our body, work so seamlessly and so beautifully. And the thing is, you guys, at Herbal Alchemy, we believe that God has created our bodies to, number one, work in tandem with nature, and number two, heal themselves when they are supported in natural creation rooted ways. Okay. And our brain is no exception. So why would we not, with everything we have to do, with all of the needs that all of us are meeting for all the people, all the time, all the tasks that, we need to get completed, all of the responsibilities, all of those things, let's position our brains for optimal everything so that we can just rock at our lives. Not only that, but we can feel good and feel efficient, be efficient while we're at it. So let's talk about some of the benefits of brain activation. I'm going to share those with you. And then I'm going to open it up and let some of our Arise alchemists share a little bit of their personal testimony and share a little bit how this plant-powered nootropic has really brought them transformation in their everyday, average, normal lives. We are normal moms, normal, single, divorced, married, widowed people, and we've all found some sort of relief from this. So brain activation helps with memory in incredible ways. As I have used it consistently for almost 4 years now, between 3 and 4 years. And I just remember things a lot better. I think back to like pregnancy brain. I was feeling like I had pregnancy brain a lot of my normal everyday life, and I was not pregnant. My youngest was like 3. But I felt like I had it. I was mixed up. I couldn't remember things. It was just like I did not feel like I was on top of my game. And that feeling was exhausting me, burning me out, and overwhelming me. And so since I've been taking this consistently, it's helped incredibly with just my cognition, clarity, and memory has been huge. Also, focus. I know so many of us, just because of the way our lives are set up and the way that, life is, so many of us are multitasking so much of the day, and our to-do lists are just incredibly long. And that's another masterclass for another time on how to solve all that. But the reality is that is our reality for a lot of us. And so brain activation has helped so much with focus and motivation and actually starting things and carrying them to completion and actually following through. I don't know if any of you are ever on the motivation struggle bus, but I know that happens to me all the time. And so I take 3 brain activation every single morning from the get-go. I take them with all my other supplements and nutritionals, and I know I'm setting myself up for a great day, a great mood, an efficient day, and just feeling like I can tackle and handle anything that is thrown at me. And by the way, you don't have to take 3. You can take up to 3 every morning. If you know me, I take maximum dosage of everything because that's just my personality and who I am. But you can certainly take half of one. You could take 1.5, 2, whatever it takes. We always recommend that you just start low. Always start with a low dose. That's good of anything, right? And just build up to where it's appropriate for you. Some people can get through with 1 a day. I am not that person. I need 3. So it just kind of depends on, all kinds of things, but you can take up to 3 every single morning. Really, you can take them anytime during the day, but I always take them in the morning because they kind of get you revved up, and I'm not trying to rev up at 7 p.m. at night. Also, nootropics have been known to help with libido and fertility, if that is on your agenda or your list of needs. Also, our brain activation is just so good when it comes to energy support. And last week we had a masterclass about our clean energy Arise. I believe that this is a match made in heaven. When you take the Arise clean energy drink and you pair it and complement it with the brain activation, I'm telling you, you're just going to rock your actual life. It is an unstoppable combination. And the beautiful thing is that it's all herbs and things that come naturally and directly from our beautiful creation here. And so none of it has been super manipulated. None of it, we're not talking like factory chemicals here. We're talking go out into the mountains, harvest a bushel of herbs and put it into a capsule. And that's what we're talking about. And it's incredible. All of our ingredients are high vibrational, which means they are alive and living. And they have not been beaten to a pulp, basically, in Bethany terms. So that's what we want to fuel and feed our bodies, especially our brains with. So energy support has been huge. I don't know if you've experienced this, but sometimes you just wake up and you're like, I'm still tired. Did I sleep? I'm still in this brain fog, right? Everything's kind of fuzzy. You probably are not completely awake yet. Your mood sure ain't on point yet. All of those things. And then if you have littles at home, then we got all that on top of everything. And it can leave us feeling so drained and just cranky and just not our best selves. Brain activation is one of those amazing, powerful tools that is going to combat that. So it's gluten-free, it's vegan, and it comes in this cute little bottle. And I love what it says on the front. It says, where stepping into your power becomes effortless. It's your turn to take the world by storm. And that's literally how I feel. It's all of that combined in one little capsule, just like so. And I always get the question of, what do I do if I don't like to swallow pills or I don't like capsules? First of all, if you have trouble swallowing, I saw this in a reel several months ago, and we tried it with our kids, and it worked beautifully. And Laura, I think you might have done a reel about it too. I don't know if yours was the same technique, but the one that I saw that we do is you put the capsule in, you get you put your liquid or your beverage, your drink in your mouth, and you swallow with your head down, which sounds so counterintuitive, but it works really, really well. And so that's one tip for swallowing capsules, but you can also take the capsule apart and you can mix this in applesauce and peanut butter and yogurt. I put it in our kids' smoothies. And that's another thing I love about our brain activation is that it is okay for kids to take. It is that pure. The ingredients have that level of integrity. And we have tons of stories of kids who have struggled with ADHD or ADD or autism, and this has provided some level of relief for them. And we've experienced that in our own family. One of my sons is the highest you can be on the spectrum for AD and HD. And this has been a godsend. This has helped us reduce his medication dosage. It's been incredible. And as my son says, he has ADHD, and he always says, my brain or my body is not doing what my brain tells it to do. My body does not listen to my brain. When he takes this, he feels like he is more in control, and his body is responding to what he wants it to do, which don't we all want that for ourselves, but especially our children. And so this has been incredible. I also have several families who get this, and it's provided relief for several people with dementia and Alzheimer's and memory loss and all of those kinds of things. Of course, we aren't doctors, so you always want to check with your physician, right? But if you can get relief through a natural supplement from something straight from the earth, why not? Even if it is, relief on just this much level, right? What dose for kids? Okay, yeah. I usually give each of our oldest ones, we have our three oldest are 11, 12, and 13. I usually give them one. And then I even give it to our youngest ones, who are 5 and 6, and I usually split one for them. So I love it. And I also like that, we tend to see results with this and the transformation fairly quickly, which means some medications need to build up in your system to have a positive effect or to give you the change that you're hoping to see. My kids can go a week without this, and then if I see that they need it, if I give it to them, it has a positive effect on that single day, which I absolutely love. So I cannot say enough good things about this. Our entire family takes it. And then there are 90 in the bottle. So if you're like me and take 3 a day, this will last you a month. If you take 2 or take 1 or whatever, you can spread it out. Some people take it every day and some people take it as needed. It's just completely up to you. The other thing I want to share is that we are a family-owned business. We're completely debt-free, and we source everything locally. And so everything is sourced from American farmers and beekeepers, which is incredible. And then on top of that, we partner with 2 nonprofit organizations who are boots on the ground on the front lines fighting child trafficking, the Underground Railroad and Not for Sale. And so not only are you having an impact on your own personal physical body, you're having an impact on farmers by helping supply them with much needed employment and jobs and sustainability. And you're also using your dollars for impact here, both domestically and internationally around the world, as we fight child trafficking and just advocate for those vulnerable children around the world. So you really can do no wrong with brain activation. So I'm going to stop yapping and I'm going to open it up to all you beautiful ladies, whoever wants to just jump in. I'm going to mute, but just jump in and share what transformation you've experienced, what problem this has solved for you.
Well, I can go. So I thought for the longest time that I just had an issue with like finding my way and with that I was just bad at directions. But it turns out my brain just wasn't functioning at the fullest capacity. So when I'm taking brain activation, I'll be leaving somewhere and I'll know like the direction that I should go, which like blows my mind because I just thought for my whole life I was bad at that. One thing, Bethany, you didn't say is that it takes I take it in my bed now. She started me on that because she said, you know, you can take it and then in 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes later, I feel more motivation and I can get out of bed. It helps with focus, like she said, mood, and motivation, but just when I don't take it, I usually realize at like 10 a.m., but I've taken it as late as like 1 or 3, but I'll realize I forgot because I just feel so blah. And I just feel like, oh, I don't want to do anything. I just feel so unmotivated. So those are the things that I've personally noticed.
I'll go. I should have thought of this yesterday when I did my my live, but that's okay. I'm thinking of it now. I recently got a big job promotion, and even though I'm really, really excited about that, it brought on a lot of additional tasks that are brand spanking new to me, and my brain has been really full in a good way. But I know if I wasn't taking the brain activation, I wouldn't be able to do all these things, because basically I'm working my former job, but then my new job at the same time because I'm being trained. And so it's just like double duty for a short amount of time until things kind of calm down and we hire someone to replace me. So, but what really I want to share is my 9-year-old who has ADHD and really struggles with, even he just vibrates all the time. During a sports season, he's okay, but in between sports seasons, he's just physically vibrating. He has so much energy. And he noticed me taking the supplements and he was like, Mama, what is that? Can I take that? Like, will that help me? Because he saw it said brain activation on it. And obviously he's 9. And he was like, can kids take that? So we kind of talked about it and had a conversation about it. And I said, yeah, I'll talk to the people on my team and see, but I'm pretty sure you can take it. But then when I mentioned to him it again, he was like, well, I don't really think I need it, but maybe it's just like anything else, getting in the routine and having him take it. Or maybe I didn't even think of like mixing it in a smoothie or something, maybe doing it that way instead of just taking a pill, making it a little bit more exciting for him. But, they see everything you do anyways. And I think he was noticing a positive change in me. Mama's not depending on me so much for like remembering things anymore, like she's maybe got her act together a little bit more. So, maybe that might be good for me too, you know?
I'll go. um, let's see. I have 3 little grandkids, and I watch them pretty regularly. And about maybe 6 months ago-ish, I was noticing that I just couldn't handle when they'd start, how they do. They just start getting each other's space and get annoyed with each other, or they get tired and they get cranky, and then I'd get cranky. And I thought, I'm not gonna be able to watch my little kids anymore, and it was the saddest thing to me, because I also felt not quite, I always want to be clear minded when I'm watching them. So, we don't have any problems come up because I was not aware. And anyways, so I thought it was a menopause. I'm like, okay, I have menopause brain and I have no idea what to do about it. And then enters brain activation along about January. And I started taking it full dose right away. And I knew the day I took it, the very first day, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm back. And things were clear. And so anyways, then I had a chance to watch my grands again for a longer period of time. And I was clear, focused, I could make decisions. I didn't get stressed out and upset over their little bickering or their crankiness. And it was just like I was back, is what I want to say. And my son and daughter-in-law noticed a huge difference, because I'm pretty sure they were wondering whether I was going to be able to. Well, they were telling me, well, can you watch? You want to watch them for just a couple hours, So I wouldn't get overloaded. And And now they're happy to have me there for the full day and know I can do it all. So I feel like I just owe my sanity and joy for being able to do what I used to be able to do, to taking brain activation. It's been amazing, but I do throw in a rise when I'm watching my grands all day. Absolutely.
Thanks, guys, for sharing. Oh my gosh, I love hearing all of that. I like the sanity and the energy, like all of it. I can just completely relate. And I love that each of us are in different seasons of life. And yet this one product has brought such relief and just so much goodness to each of us. No matter, our ages, seasons, what we're doing during the day and all of that. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. Okay, so here's how you can get brain activation. You need to contact the person who shared this video with you, this link with you, who invited you, reach out to them. They are going to get you hooked up with 20% off for free. Plus, if it's your first order, you also get an additional $10 off, which is incredible. And our shipping is really great. So you should get your products fairly quickly and be able to, remember where you left your keys super soon. If you know anyone else who would benefit, please feel free to share this with them. We're so grateful for you. Thank you for using your dollars for impact. And we hope you have a great day. Take care, you guys. Bye.